Hello everybody. So today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about integration. So now I will show you how to answer. We have positive infinity. We need to transform this one into the limit, and a approach to positive infinity, and we have the integration from number 1 to a. Next, the square root of s. The square root of s we can do about factorization. Next, this one I can put into the square root of s to the power of 4, because this one same with this one. Next, we can use about integration by substitution. So I will put about u equals to the square root of s. Next, we need to do first the derivative for the both sides, and we have the s over number 2 with the square root of s. We know that we don't have number 2 in here, so I will put number 2 go to the left. Next, we need to change the bounds. When s equals to number 1, that is in here, so I will put number 1 go in here to find the value of u. So u equals to number 1. When s equals to a, the value of a will go in here, and now we change the value for u, and u equals to the square root of a. So this one we change by u. The s over the square root of s we change by 2 du. 8 we change by the square root of a. Next, we divide by u square on numerator and denominator. So this one we have u square. Next, about this one we can put into 1 over u square plus 1 over u square. Next, we can add number 1 in here. Later that we need to minus about number 1. Next, we can separate them in here. So I will put about negative number 2. So we need to add back about positive number 2. Similar for the second one. This one I will put positive number 2. Later that we need to add back negative number 2. So number 2 I can put about u multiplied by 1 over u. Similar for the second one. So this one, that is about identity. So I will put 1 over u minus u to the power of 2. Similar for the second one. Now we concentrate on this one. So we can use about integration by substitution. So I will put about t equals to this one. Later that we need to do first the derivative for the both sides, and we have negative 1 over u squared minus 1 du. So we see that this is about positive and positive, so I can put the negative go to the left. Next, we need to change the bounds. When u equals to number 1, so I will put number 1 going here and here. So we have t equal to number 0. When u equals to the square root of 8, so we put the square root of 8 going here and here. So we can have the value of t. So this one I will put in here. Number 1, we have number 0. And this one we change by t. This one with du we change by negative dt. So the integration of this one, we have negative octane, and we have 1 over the square root of number 2. Because number 2 in here, that is about the square root of number 2 to the power of 2. And we have t over the square root of number 2. And then we put the bounds from 0 to this one. Now I will put this one going here, number 0 going here. Number 0 going here, and this one going here. So we know that when a approaches to positive infinity, 1 divided by positive infinity, you got 0. This one will go to positive infinity, but we have the negative, so this one will go to negative infinity, and everything will go to negative infinity. Octane of negative infinity, we have negative b over 2. This one we have number 0. So we simplify, and we have b over number 2 with the square root of number 2. Now let's go to the second one. So we need to use about integration by substitution. So I will put about t equals to this one. Later that we do first the derivative for the both sides. Now we put the negative for the both sides. So because we have the negative in here, so we can change the sign of this one. Next, we need to change the bounds. when u equals to number 1, that is in here. So I will put number 1 gone here, and we can find the value of t when u equals to the square root of a. We put the square root of a gone here, and we have the value of t. So this one we change by t. This one with du we change by negative dt. Number 1 we change by number 2. The square root of a we change by this one. So about the negative, I will put outside. Next, I need to use about this formula in here. A square minus b square equals to a minus b multiplied by a plus b. So number 2 in here, that is about the square root of number 2 to the power of 2. Now we need to transform this one into this one. Now we multiply by number 2 with the square root of number 2 on numerator and denominator. So this one we can put about the square root of number 2 plus the square root of number 2. Next, I will put about positive t in here. Later that we need to minus about t. This one we can put into t minus the square root of number 2. Next, this one divide by this one, and this one divide by this one. So we have 1 over t minus the square root of number 2 minus 1 over t plus the square root of number 2. Next, the integration of this one and this one we have like this. That is about ln of t minus the square root of number 2 minus ln of t plus the square root of number 2, and we put the bounds from number 2 to this one. Next, we have the value in here. ln 8 minus ln b equals to ln of a over b. Now, we need to transform this one into this one. So we put like this. So we need to divide by t on numerator and denominator. So t divided by t, we have number 1. Similar for this one. Now we can put the bounds cone here. So when a approaches to positive infinity, this one will go to positive infinity. This one will go to number 0. So the square root of number 2 over the positive infinity, you got 0. Similar for this one. And now we have like this. So this one we have number 0. This one we have number 0. And now we need to simplify, and we have ln number 1. So ln number 1, we have number 0. Negative, negative, we have positive. Now we combine the answer in here. So the first one that is in here, and the second one that is in here, and here is the final answer. This is the end. Thank you for watching.